Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, we have five council people on our chairs, so we're going to begin. I would like to make an announcement. If you need to smoke, you need to go outside the building into the parking area, please. There's no smoking in the building. Smoke of your choice. Okay. Our next testifier is Mike Purvis. He will be followed by Barbara Lang. So Mike and Barbara, is Barbara here? Yes, there she is. Okay, Mike, start us off. Thank you.
Hi, thank you guys. I just wanted to say I heard about this, and however you guys choose, I was very pleased to hear this topic come up, because it seems to me that means that the county council is in touch with the pulse of the electorate and what the people think. So that was really encouraging. First thing, actually, I want to mention is a lot of these things that people have been talking about are a problem where they are having a difference between correlation and causation, which is this many delinquents get caught with marijuana in their system, and therefore marijuana causes delinquency. And I do not think that's the same way. There's plenty of straight A students at Hilo that use marijuana who they're not talking about, and you're looking at one of them. And let's see here. But what I want to talk about actually is nothing about trying to persuade you guys that marijuana is like a good thing, and I'm not going to revisit the nature of it being an illicit substance. There's plenty of comprehensive documentaries on the subject. I'm a concerned citizen in terms of the judicial practices that occur in America, and pretty much the war on drugs in general. I think most of you guys have heard Eisenhower's farewell address, where he's warning against the rise of the military-industrial complex. And there does exist what's called a prison-industrial complex in the United States. A quick definition I got from an internet encyclopedia. The prison industrial complex refers to all businesses involved in the construction, operation, promotion of correctional facilities and the services they provide. Such groups include private correctional companies, corporations that contract prison labor, construction companies, surveillance technology vendors, and lobbyists and interest groups that plurally represent them. And this is mainly why I'm here. Unfortunately, there is this complex, and it has an interest in incarceration in the United States. And the fact that nonviolent offenders in marijuana incidences are filling up the prisons, it's pretty much an abomination to the justice system, in my opinion. I'm not sure exactly how the prison system works in Hawaii, whether it's like public-private, public-private, but I don't think that really makes a difference. I still think it's valid to bring this up, because as long as we're promoting and enforcing laws that are driving this prison industrial complex paradigm, we're a part of this problem that we got to get rid of. Secondly, I guess I see, just in people that I know and also just by scanning the news, there's a growing consensus that pot is really not a priority. I work for the student newspaper at Hilo, and I covered briefly when President Obama, this was like in October, I think, pretty recently, he had a message to the federal prosecutors to basically lay low on the medical marijuana cases in states where they're complying with the medical marijuana laws. So we see from the president himself that he's saying, okay guys, slow down, this isn't that big of a deal. On November 10th, I also reported, this is in the following issue of the student newspaper, I reported that the AMA, the American Medical Association, had decided to vote to reconsider the Schedule I classing of marijuana. And so that's pretty big news, because we can talk all day about this, but these are two pretty large movements coming from the top level. And I think that we will see that if we do a poll, like I think Mr. Greenwell had proposed, do a poll of the people, like what the people think about decriminalization, I think we'll find that there's also a consensus from the bottom level. So we have a top level sort of consensus, and I believe that if we do a poll, it will substantiate the fact that there is a bottom level consensus. So that's why I really appreciate you guys bringing this up, because obviously it's an issue that's on people's minds. Let me see here. Yeah, so it seems like we have sentiments from the top, and once we get the results back from the poll, if it gets done, we'll probably have sentiments from the bottom. They're the same. This room right here, I know people were saying earlier, attacking the county council, saying, I can't believe we're worrying about this and that. But this room right here is where these discussions and decisions are and should be made. And if there are lobbyists out there and interest groups in the prison industrial complex, you better be sure this problem is not going away on its own. We need you guys, and that's why we elected people, is to have the one voice for the many. And I appreciate you guys bringing this up. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess however you guys decide to do this, I thank you in advance for voting in a way that represents the sentiments of the population at large, whether it be what I believe or not.
Excuse me, I failed to warn you, but your 3 minutes is up.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear the buzzer. Sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. I need to make an announcement. I've been told that if you need to leave the building, you'll have to do it through the Puna side office of this building. That would be in this end, on this way. I believe every other exit is closed at this time. So when you leave to the Puna side, please. Thank you. Okay, our next speaker is Barbara Lang, Davaki. Welcome tonight. Followed by Reverend Ken Slaughter.